Cheers and welcome to S.O.V and Beers. I'm your host Tony from sovhorror.com. And today I'm drinking some Maudite or something like that. I can't say it. I'm not from Belgium. Sorry people. But it's a Belgian double ale. It's pretty good and I feel it's very festive to get in this, holiday spirit this time of year. So I know we're all busting out our copies of Silent Night, Deadly Night, Black Christmas, all the Christmas classics, Jack Frost, The Mutant Killer Snowman. But a lot of people tend to forget that there are some great S.O.V horror movies out there. So today we're going to take a look at one of my favorites. But before we do, I just wanted to kind of show a few other Christmas S.O.Vs I have in the collection and just kind of briefly talk about them. So first up here, we got Psycho Santa with Satan Claus. And this was put out by Sub-Ro. So this is a pretty cool double feature. There's actually two Psycho Santa movies that came out. One of them, I think, part 2 is on YouTube, I believe, for free. And the filmmakers put that up, so I don't believe that's a bootleg up there. But also Satan Claus, that's actually made by Max Searchy, the guy who did Carnage Road and Hellinger. The print's a little dark on this, unfortunately, but it's probably the only way you're going to see the movie. So this is a pretty cool double feature. I do recommend if you can pick this one up. Another one we got is Happy Holidays. This is a Chris Seaver Warlock video release. Probably not one of my favorites of the Warlock releases, but hey, it's Christmas, so we brought it up today. And right back to Seaver again, 'Twas the Funk Before Christmas. Now this one, I love this one. I watch it every year. It's short, it's only like 15 or 20 minutes, but it's a lot of fun. And just to mention, Chris did just make a new Christmas short, and he's having a deal. If you buy a bunch of movies from him right now, you can get the Christmas short for free. So definitely check out Chris Seaver's social media and his YouTube channel. It's called It Crept from the 80s to see about that deal and get that new Christmas short. I know I really would like to get that new Christmas short myself. And then lastly here, we got Cannibal Claus. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've not watched Cannibal Claus yet. I just got this one recently, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. But, Sean Donahue and all these guys, they seem like really cool guys, the guys from Gator Blade Films, and so I'm really excited to check out Cannibal Claus this year. But I am here to talk about my favorite Christmas S.O.V, and I got a feeling you guys already know what it is. It's probably in the description of the video anyway. But we are here to talk about Feeders to Sleigh Bells, the sequel to the Polonia Brothers' 1996 blockbuster video staple, Feeders. This one was made a couple years later. This was made in 1998. And this time it was just directed by the Polonia Brothers, not John McBride, even though John McBride does have a small little kind of cameo in this movie. And pretty much this one, it kind of starts off with John McBride kind of explaining what happened in the last Feeders film. And then we jump to the story of this family, this guy named Alan and his wife and his 2 kids. Now, Alan's played by Mark Polonia, and the wife and 2 kids are actually played by his family, which I think is really cool, honestly. One of the things I like about this Christmas horror film is it really does have a good family feel. Like, you do feel like you're having Christmas with the Polonia family. And, that's one element I feel is missing from a lot of Christmas horror movies, is that whole sense of family. Typically you just got Santa going around slaughtering people, or snowmen slaughtering people, but you really don't get that sense of family, and that's really what makes Feeders 2 stand out. Now, the movie is padded. It's a Polonia Brothers movie, and sometimes they pad their movies to get them to runtime. So do expect about 15 minutes from Feeders 1 is in here, with John McBride kind of recounting that. As well as there's a couple scenes that were lifted from another Polonia movie called Nightcrawlers. And I actually got Nightcrawlers over here. It was released in this Brentwood 4-pack. And these Brentwood 4-packs are great, guys. If you're S.O.V fans, almost all of these have like at least one S.O.V movie on there. This particular one actually is one of my favorite S.O.Vs on here as well, The Screaming. I highly recommend that one. But yeah, so they lifted scenes from Nightcrawlers and put them in this movie. Now, a few other things I wanted to point out, some of the funnier and cooler scenes in this movie. One of my favorite scenes is actually Anthony and Courtney Polonia, the 2 children, Mark's children. And there's this scene where they are kind of wrapping each other up in wrapping paper and stuff like that. I mean, it is cute as hell. I love it. I'm a horror fan, and I have no problem saying I like cute stuff. It's cute, it's fun, and hey, did you ever wonder what it would be like if Santa Claus was attacked by aliens that feed? You get to see Santa Claus and his elves be attacked by the feeders in this movie, and ultimately Santa needs to try to save the day. So, great movie. I highly recommend it. It was released on DVD. There was a double feature, Feeders DVD, and I highly recommend this if you find this. Unfortunately, it's long out of print, so it's very expensive, but there's some great special features on here. There's commentaries, interviews, stuff like that, and you get both Feeders movies, which these are both classics. But I do know, last I saw, SRS Cinema is still selling copies of Feeders 1 and 2 on VHS, guys, and the prices are pretty good. I for tapes like these, sometimes these can sell for like hundreds of dollars. I think they're selling them for 20 or 30 bucks on the SRS site. So definitely go to the SRS site, buy this today. Maybe you can get it in time for the holidays. And if not, hell, watch it after the holidays. It's a great movie anyway. Now, that was not the only time the Polonia brothers tackled a Christmas film. So I wanted to point out this other one. It's in another one of these Brentwood 4-packs. And, oops, actually, this is the Nightcrawlers one again. Sorry about that. I meant to grab this one, the Sleazy Slashers pack. And there's an anthology that they made with John McBride called Night Thirst. And one of the stories in that, I think it's called Christmas in July. And that also kind of features a killer Santa Claus. So you can get double the Christmas Polonia Brothers action. And if you're looking for more Christmas horror movies as well, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the book Analog Nightmares by Richard Mogg. He just put out another new book. It's called Gift Wrapped and Gutted, and it's all about the history of Christmas holiday horror films. And there's contributions from a lot of cool people. A lot of my friends are in that book. And I don't have a copy yet, but I'm looking forward to getting it. And they also made a new movie called Gift Wrapped and Gutted that goes with it. That was made by Tim Ritter. There's a segment in it. And it was mainly directed, though, by Gary Whitson of Wave Entertainment. So definitely check those out, too, to get kind of more info on other holiday horrors that aren't just your normal ones. So you can try to watch something maybe a little different this year. And last but not least, I wanted to show off some of my Christmas S.O.V horror ornaments. So I got this one right here, and this one is my favorite ornament, hands down. This was made for me by my significant other, my lovely soon-to-be wife, and she actually made this by hand for me. And this was actually made out of an Animal Crackers box. And she knew how much I love shot-on-video movies and all that, so she made this special for me. So I absolutely adore this ornament. And it's just so cool. Isn't that cool? And then if you guys know me, you know I love Tim Ritter. And this is the Copper Mask Madman ornament. This was put out by Sub Rosa quite a few years back. And, come on, that's so cool to have the Copper Mask Madman on your Christmas tree. You might be able to still find these. I'm not sure. Maybe on eBay or something. But, yeah, these were really cool. So, regardless if you celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, Saturnalia, Hanukkah, whatever you maybe celebrate, I'm wishing everyone a happy holidays. I hope you all have a nice, safe holiday. Watch some cool movies, drink some good beer, hang out with friends and family, because ultimately that's what it's about, guys. Let go of your worries of daily life and have some freaking fun in the name of fun. So, until next time, this is Tony signing out for S.O.V and Beers. Thanks for joining us, guys, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.